Some really famous moments in Origin. Yeah. What about old Hollywood Harrigan?
Yeah.
And the send-off. What did you say to him, if you can, I guess,
well, there was two knock-ons. Definitely two knock-ons.
I watched it last night. They were definitely knock-ons.
Two knock-ons. There's two knock-ons, right?
Yeah.
God, someone from New South Wales. and then I end up saying, hey, Bill, there's two knock-ons. And I looked at a touch judge. I think it was about 7 minutes to go. We can go down and kick a field goal, and I think Queensland were good enough to dig in. You know, I mean, and we hadn't won it. I think it was called Telstra Stadium at the time. I think we'd been there on 10 occasions or whatever and hadn't won a game. Like, we'd struggled in Sydney, you know, especially through my era. So I'm thinking, we're going to go there, we're going to get off in game one. Then I said, Bill, you saw those. He goes, just play or something like that. So then I started giving him a bit of grief in a line. But one thing I did say to him, I said, you're not going to be here for game two. I said, you won't be here for game two after that. And I told him that Stephen Clark was a better referee. So then we get over, and I said, why didn't you go to the video ref? Like, why didn't you go and check it? He goes, go away. I said, you're a cheat. With a few other words, he goes, what'd you call me? I said, I called you a cheat. And I shouldn't have, so I'm wrong. Because you don't think that there's parents sitting at home with their kids with the remote control. Now I see it, but at the time, I'm trying to win a State of Origin. And then I said, you're a cheat. He goes, call me that again. And I said, you don't have the kahunas. And he said, see ya. And I'm like, oh, he does. In that moment, I realised I let down my state, my mates. So I let him down from arguing a point where he wasn't going to change his mind. And I thought with the technology that we would have went back in today's game, I wouldn't have had to worry. The bunker would have got that one right, hopefully.
Another famous moment was the ragdoll tackle on Pride Brett Hodgson.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him. Like, I really do. I wish it was somebody else. I wish it was Andrew Johns or someone like that, someone that I'm friends with. But Brett, he was such a great player. He won the Men of Steel over in England. He just skipped on the outside of me, and just when I grabbed his collar, and it was pretty slippery, you know, when he went off his feet, there wasn't much weight to him.
You know? It was a fair distance to the sideline, but
yeah, but once his momentum was going, it didn't seem that far. It didn't seem that far.
You did play for your country on multiple times, and you captained them as well. In a big win, I think it was over Russia. Yeah. You captained the game.
I think we got to 100. The reason I love playing for Australia was to play with the best players. You know, like you'd play with, you know, like to play with Andrew Johns and Laurie Daly. I played with Bradley Clyde. You know, that was actually really special. You know, to go play with those guys, and you know, they were, you know, even though I was sort of competing against them, I still looked up to those sort of guys. And you know, E.T.'s another one, and Girdler, and then, you know, all the New South Wales boys and Danny Badiris and the like. It was actually really cool to share your career and have some great moments overseas.